The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. A date on Super Bowl Sunday awaits one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Ready.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue, 30 Eagle blue. Blue striking. Black shot. Set.
Love going to air this out to start. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
To number 89.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Set. Ready.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Claw. 10. Ready. Ready. Yellow. 43.
Here he is on 3rd and short. This is brought in by Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. So the tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 33. Yellow. Trouble. 38. Check. Black ultra. Set.
From the pistol, here's Love. Hits his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Down. Red. 38. Hut.
Quick throw out wide by Love. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Here we go. 52 blue. 62 black. Movement. Green jack. 6. Red, light blue. Fury, yellow.
3rd and 1 now. Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Try getting it to Chris Olave. And that brings up 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
50, green, blaster, 6, ready.
Once more, it's Love. He finds him beyond the marker. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
10 black. Set, go.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Number 23.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Ready. Red, blue striker. White. Ready.
Loves to throw again. The cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Black down. Claws right 45. White. Green jack. Ready.
Stick it in the air. Love. Catch made. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. York tacks on that extra point. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Saints 7, Falcons nothing. Cade York to kick off.
Now is York to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. We're working a couple yards past the line. Chase Young bringing him down there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Lion. Ready.
He's got it on the bootleg. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Ready.
3rd and just 2 to go. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 10. And the Falcons first down.
Warriors 17. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check out.
They go play action on first down. He's throwing deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown.
Get it. 65, 65.
Robinson crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons start off well, tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is our last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40. Close. Green Jack. Ready.
Love with it on first down. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. We're one quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down.
Red, yellow, set.
Back to the air. Love escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
Brings up third down.
I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Ready, go. Smash, red. Blue strike, black shot. Red, cycle. Ready, go.
From his end zone, third and long. So the coverage holds up on the default. That's going to force fourth down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Fields this clean at the 30.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70, go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness aggressiveness from this defense. Dropping back to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And that will not be enough for a first down. Rookie out of Washington making that tackle.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Man in motion out of the slot. That one complete to Pitts. It's a race down the right side. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Okay,
The
right?
Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
6, mega. Needle, right, white. Green jack. Hut.
Love out of the shotgun. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up second down.
Incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. Finds him over the middle. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Red, cycle, smash, light blue. Steel, black, black ultra, black shot. Ready?
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's completed right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Yellow, 22. Ready?
First down throw. Here's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 49-yard line.
Blue striker. Check hut.
To the air with Love. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Needle blue. Let's go. Black 40. Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. Completed over the middle. And this one won't get there. It looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
A big gain on the play, but it leads to 4th down.
They're going to go. It's Love. Buys time, rolling right. Connection is made. Iomana It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints earn the chance to tie before halftime. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints tie things up at 14.
Dave York to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. When you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He was brought down at his
Say, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Come on. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 19 Lions.
He's dropping back to throw. Complete over the middle. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
60 Cardinal, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, left it, Dragon 60. Ready?
Throw here, 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon first down.
First and 10.
New set of downs from 37.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
He's got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 5 men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Headed out right. Finds his back complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Hey, we've all learned enough to look at the numbers through the years and know how important points are going into halftime and coming out of halftime. They accomplished the first task. Now they get a chance to begin the second half of the ball as well.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
One last play before the break.
Set, called red. You can strike twice. Ready.
He's back to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him A momentum-building play for their defense.
Cade York to kick off.
The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Caught quickly on the slant. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
18 Rattler. Ready? Come 19. Come 19 Cardinal.
They kick the running back in motion. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Get it.
He'll go quickly to the right. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain, and a great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Here we go. Ready, right?
From the gun, here's a handoff. He's still going at the 30. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check smash. Viking 18. Go.
He takes off with it. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Saints' 11-yard line.
Throwing out to the left. Cut! And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
Complete to number 1. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3.
Go. Ready.
He'll go with a design keeper. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from the movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward. All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3.
Cowboy 80.
From trying to push this past the marker. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field. Forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Rails, yellow. Here we go. Flies blue. Blue, 32, green jack. Black shot, steel, black.
Working near his goal line. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons take over, and they're already inside the red zone at the 20.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready?
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Throwing now off the play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Come on, come on. Set. Gravity lying. Ready?
Robinson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Complete on the option. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, what?
Third down from the gun. Forced out to his right. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
All right, here we go. They nearly gave it away on the pick, but the offense still out there, and they're looking for 6.
60 by 6. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw it. Buying some time right. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert in every time.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10.
Red, yellow, 40, needle blue. Blaster, 6, grill green. Ready?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He's been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think, were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over and over and over.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. He's got it Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons push the lead up to 12.
26, Saints 14.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. He loses it